This is VSiN, the sports betting network.
Follow the money. That's what I always say. You always follow the money. Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Paulie Howard on VSiN.
Here we go. Welcome in. It is Follow the Money on VSiN, the sports betting network. Mitch Moss, Paulie Howard. We're live in downtown Las Vegas from the Circa Resort and Casino. Loaded 3-hour program today. Paul Stone, 90 minutes. Best bets, week 2 college football. Brian Sachs in studio coming up a little bit later on. He bought a Survivor entry early last year after all the carnage, like in September, and he went on to win. And he's been on the show before. He's an awesome guest, has a great strategy, and we'll kick around Survivor with him at that point. And Derek Stevens, it's been, a month?
Yes, it has.
Owner, CEO of this great property in studio coming up last half hour of today's program. That was something else last night there, Paulie. What a way to wrap up week 1 in college football. Absolute bloodbath. 48-14 final. Yards 542 to 222 for TCU. TCU had 284 passing, 258 on the ground. 29 to 10 in first downs. I think the people who are, well, you can kick this around, I think, a little bit, but the people who were all over North Carolina, the win total to go under this year, they're smiling. They probably haven't stopped smiling since that game. The Horned Frogs went on a 41-7 run in the middle of that game last night. Absolutely crazy, man. And after that scripted drive, they look great, right?
Yeah, had fun for a little while.
And they're panning the stadium, and there's Roy Williams and Michael Jordan and Lawrence Taylor, and they're like, wow, this is going to be easy.
Randy Moss came out.
Another one.
Yeah.
How fun is this? What a hire. And after that, pure destruction.
You got what you wished for. You got what you wanted. You happy? Good? Got the blowout?
Well, I was hoping North Carolina 20-3 is what I said yesterday. That would have been awesome.
I know. But that never happened in his coaching career when he was DC or NFL head coach. He doesn't give up that many points. His defense doesn't look like that. Couldn't make a tackle. Not fundamentally sound. Putrid. Looked like they hadn't practiced, right? How bad they were. And the big story was, you're right, what the yards were. You take out that first drive, then look at the yards and what happened after that. So, yeah, hard to envision any scenario. They get to 8 wins and go over the win total. And now they open up. You could have grabbed 14 today with Charlotte. Now it's down to 12.5 as North Carolina hits the road. But we'll see Hoodie and Lombardi making the adjustments. But that was, that was tough to take, tough to watch. And maybe I think they have to make a quarterback change, even if Lopez is okay and not hurt. That it seemed Johnson was the better quarterback as well. But that's just not. Here's my takeaway. Let's say this is really bad, like 4 wins bad.
Oh, it might be worse than that.
Okay, 3 wins. I would say he has no future in the NFL ever again. Then,
well, I don't.
Even if they would buy, I'm saying if they would buy him out, I would just say, you know what, it didn't work out. Sorry, Bill. We thought you get the band back together, we could do this, but buy you out 3 wins, okay. I just don't.
Well, you're talking about at the end of this year already? Come on.
Or a couple years, I'm saying.
Oh well,
I'm saying if this looks so bad and if they get blown out, it just doesn't. Because if he didn't take this job, there was still the mystique, the aura, the best to ever do it. We missed out. How did all these teams pass on him? He still had a path and the door was open. I don't think door was ever completely shut, right?
Well, now,
but if he goes out here I didn't
even consider any of this. Okay.
Sure. Well, I'm saying, because you can't say. You look at Patino, look at some of these guys. You can't say, well, this is my final job. I'm set, right?
No, I just assumed that this was going to be it for him.
Yeah.
Like he was going to take this job.
Well, so did I, but if they win 3 games.
No, Paul, there's not a lot in the cupboard here, man.
Yeah.
And we all knew that. We should have all known that going into the season, yeah?
With the 40 new players and everything.
It's a totally different team. They had to right. So this dude has to get some time here.
I know, but then everyone's doing this on social media too. You don't have Brady, then you're doing that stuff as well.
Well, it did not go well for him down the stretch in New England either. I mean, the last couple of years, and that was not just. So this is the most intriguing part of what you're talking about right now is how will Belichick and Lombardi be able to put together a team? Because that part of Belichick's career, lately here down the stretch, going back to the Patriots. That was a complete flop. JVT was talking about this earlier. What was it, the 2022 draft? Not a single player still on the team?
Well, yeah, the The GM got the head
that's a
coach
disaster.
fired. Yeah, the Belichick GM got the head coach fired. Got himself fired with evaluating talent, what you did or didn't do in the draft. I know. But it's also hard to envision one of the greatest coaches ever and having dinner with Lombardi and getting all those great stories and working for Al Davis and working for Belichick, and they say, you know what? We got to get Kitchens in here. That's the guy we have to. Of all these people we can hire, if you want to call the shots and run a good offense, that one still surprises me. No,
okay, man, that's fair. Although I thought when he was with Cleveland as a play caller, I thought that he was fine in the NFL. Freddie Kitchens as a head coach was one of the worst head coaches we've ever seen. He was one and done at that level. But I get where you're coming from. I mean, you would think that Belichick would probably be able to name like his guy that he would want. Sure. And Freddie Kitchens, to me, is like you're absolutely settling.
And go young, too.
They won't look at it like that. But
they're older guys. That's the other takeaway. I mean, you got to talk to 22-year-olds and 19-year-olds.
And it's a brand new world, by the way.
Yes, it is. Yes.
With NIL and the transfer portal and all that kind of stuff. So how is he going to be able to relate?
I know.
Remember that story? Was it Brett Favre, back end of his career with the Packers, didn't like to have a cell phone? I think that was the story. He had no idea how to relate to the young guys on the team. No clue. Yeah. He had to hang out with the older guys who were playing like on the offensive line, and that was pretty much it. That was his clique.
Yeah. The other thing I'm thinking watching that game, though, and you have to do it with all these games so far, is what if TCU only wins 6 games?
Oh, but what if they're good?
Well, you can do that too.
There's an angle here where TCU is going to be a player, I think, in the Big 12 this year.
But I'm doing sky is falling. But that's you're right. That's a good comeback. But that's also, I can't believe what I witnessed and watched. To think that Belichick, with all that time to prepare, and I know the lack of talent, but you're making all these changes, but all that time to prep and get ready and game plan, and that's what it looked like.
Yeah, by the way, what does that say last night as a prime example about scripted plays versus the rest of the game?
Yeah, no kidding.
Right? I mean,
right down the field.
Seriously, how big is that? And that could be for a bet to make like in the first quarter, right? It could be something like, will North Carolina score a touchdown on the first drive? And it doesn't just have to be North Carolina and Bill Belichick. There are really good NFL coaches. We're going to see them this week probably. Their scripts, their first 15 plays, they're really good at that. And then what happens after that when the script runs out and they have to now call the game that's fresh and live and right in front of them? There's a big time difference there. If they could have scripted the entire game last night, my God, maybe they're competitive. But that's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. But 7.5. I mean, what would you make the updated win total right now? After one game. God. I don't want to overreact, but what do you make it?
Well,
4?
Saturday will be huge. What does that say about Charlotte? Now this team that we just watched last night get destroyed and embarrassed is laying double digits on the road.
Well, Charlotte got manhandled by Appalachian State. And that game closed, 3?
Yeah, 5.5-point move. Never had a chance, I know. But I'm rooting for the guys, I hope Lombardi gets it done. I hope Belichick turns it around. And certainly I hope they have a better performance on Saturday. And I think he'd be great for college football. I hope he has a long stay. I thought that suite was awesome right away. You're right with the star power. I don't have a problem with what ESPN did as well. He's the main attraction. It's a big deal. He was the big selling point. That's why the game was on Monday. Can you believe this? Greatest coach of all time is coaching in college football and back at North Carolina. So I want to see the adjustments they make, and I hope they don't have a 3-9 season.
I feel the same exact way. I would love for him to turn North Carolina into this feeder program to the NFL that he talked about when he got the job. Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. But they are a long ways off from that kind of a program right now.
Yeah. Well, the next 3 games are key because Central Florida looked atrocious against Jacksonville State. And then you got Charlotte, and then you got Richmond. Because then you got to get ready to go. Because then it's Clemson and Cal. Their stud quarterback. Syracuse look good. Virginia look good. Right? Because this is also, they kind of lucked out with the schedule. Think about that. I mean, it could have been, you could have been loaded with your Miamis and, how it broke at the back end. They caught a lot of softies.
I was dancing around town today, signing up for a ton of contests. Uh-huh. And I went over to the Westgate. 2 survivors. 5K each.
Yeah?
Utah, give me 2. I got 2 of them.
Yeah?
So over there, they have the college football contest standings. right? More than 1,000 people were in it. Guess how many people went 7-0?
25.
4. Oh. 4 people. But this is amazing. I don't know who this person is. You know how you can have 10 entries? And so, like, it's you have the same name, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's an entry in here, and if you listen to VSiN, sir or ma'am, whomever you might be, reach out, ftm@vsin.com, at VSiN Live, at Mitch Moss Radio, at Paulie Howard. The name of the entry is Rounding. It's not Rounding Again, because that was James Salinas. Maybe this is James. I don't know. The number 2 entry for Rounding, 7-0. The number 10 entry, 6-1. The 8 entry, 6-1. The 4 entry, 6-1.
No.
Yeah, and I stopped looking. I'm like, are you serious? Is this guy going to have like every single entry at like 6-1 or higher?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Damn right.
But only there's more than a page of people who went 0-7. I don't know if that's the no picks or people had 0-7s.
Good comeback. And I know we talked to Sooner Adam, pro better, after the show. And one of his contest plays was Michigan State.
You can't have.
I mean, you have to win almost all those if you're going to.
You can't lose them.
You can't. That's
you can't
another
lose
one.
A game like that.
That's one of the worst beats I've ever seen. And he happened to have that in the contest as well. Our NFL betting guide updated and ready for Week 1. NFL betting guide 2.0. Post preseason team updates, betting systems, contest strategies, and more best bets from the hosts from opening week and beyond. Get access to this in our college football betting guide as well. $9.99 your first 30 days. Come on. VSiN.com/subscribe. Get up there. The website looks fantastic. It's awesome. There's so much stuff up there. Bill and everyone doing a great job. Beautiful job with the website. Get up there now. VSiN.com/subscribe.
A 700-1 shot that is now 30-1. Details next.
If you're serious about football betting, VSiN's got your weekend game plan. Fridays at 7 p.m., it's the Circa Friday Football Invitational. Saturday morning, VSiN's college football tailgate show at 9 a.m., breaking down matchups, props, and big-time bets. Later that night, join the football contest show as the sharpest betting minds give you their picks for Sunday's game. And Sunday at 9 a.m., lock in with Mitch and Paulie on VSiN's Pro Football Tailgate Show. Your final stop before kickoff. Check out the full lineup at VSiN.com and join us on the Sports Betting Network.
So, Paulie, have you had a chance to read the VSiN Daily yet?
Yeah, came in at 3 a.m. What's Bill doing up that late?
Well, rumor has it starts off with a 12-hour meditation session.
Then he just pours himself over film and live TV, really focusing and taking it all in. Bill's in with the biggest insiders, talking trade secrets, strategies, the whole nine, absorbing the info.
And then and only then can the writing process begin.
In Las Vegas, Bill's late night becomes your early morning. Wake up to the very latest betting insights in your inbox with the VSiN Daily. Sign up for free at vsin.com/newsletter.
On the next A Numbers Game, it is a packed Wednesday show, including the return of Wishnev Wednesdays. Todd Wishnev, how can I put this? An acquired taste on all things in-game betting. Plus, Joe Fortenbaugh from ESPN Bet will join us with all of his season-long NFL thoughts. Will Hill, our own, with all of his sports bets across the landscape. And Nick Whalen, NFL thoughts from a props perspective and more. It's A Numbers Game, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, right here at VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
All right, so with week 1 starting on Thursday, then we get the game in Brazil on Friday. Why not, Paul? We got to unload the chamber here. We have to run down what we have, all of our future bets that we've made here now in the offseason. Now that football is back, now that the NFL is starting, why not? Got to do it, right? Put it out there. Numbers have changed a lot, but we've been doing this stuff probably since May or June with the bets.
Yeah.
Do you have one that you like the most out of the entire bunch?
Probably, oh boy, that's a tough question. I would say Saints under, Jets under, Tampa to win the division.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. How many win totals do you have?
3 or 4. Yep.
I looked at every single account that I have today to get all the futures, and I have 3 overs for win totals. I don't like that. Oh man, got to have 3 teams go over their win total when I would prefer to bet unders almost every single time with NFL win totals, but here they are. Yeah. Vikings over 8.5. I got minus 110 on that a long time ago. That has moved to 9.5. I bet the Rams to win the Super Bowl at 30-1, like in February or early March. So based on that, I also bet the Rams over 9.5 minus 110. And I have the Denver Broncos over 9.5 plus 110. One of my biggest regrets so far, and the season hasn't even started, was looking at Denver here at Circa when they had him at plus 425 to win the division, and I had the bet ready to go, and I said, nah, I'm going to wait. And that just gone. See ya. Bye. So those are my 3 biggest win totals that I have. How about you?
Surprised by that.
What, did I on overs?
Yeah. Saints under.
Yep.
Lions under.
Yeah, that's right.
I love the Lions under 10.5. Bucks to win the division, as I mentioned. Jets under as well. And those AFC South exactas that I talked about, Houston, Jacksonville, Indy, Tennessee, exact order. Houston to win the division. I believe it was Somich who was strong on that. Got me over the finish line. Tampa 1 seed, 49ers 1 seed. Scatterboo, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Gordon, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Gordon, 2,000, 1,000 to 1, and that moved in a hurry. After that was,
I can't believe he was posted at 2001.
You were on vacation, and then also the same day that Somich filled in was when he wanted to attack him from a fantasy standpoint, and I was high on him from because TMI Ozzy put me on Offensive Rookie of the Year. But there was just that perfect storm when you were on vacation where every single day it was something positive about Gordon and what he was doing or who was getting hurt in the Miami backfield, and that he was looking good in camp, and then also had a couple good performances in preseason. And then again, when you're talking about a price like that, I mean, a lot of places will reject $50.
Oh, no kidding.
So if you bet $50 on something like that, they move it big time, and that thing went from like 1,000 to 100 in no time.
Yeah, so I've been poaching him in a lot of my fantasy drafts here recently. I have one more coming up tomorrow night. I couldn't join you for dinner last night, unfortunately, because I was in a huge dynasty draft, and I took Gordon late.
Good move.
I think I pissed off some people in that one. And I really like my draft. I really like my team. I'm like super proud of it. I gotta. But
what's the cutoff?
It's going to be total heartbreak. I know it. I can already feel it.
Rule where so many you can be in? Aren't you like rooting? Yeah, aren't you rooting against yourself? Though you be too many of them.
Nah, I need every player in the league to do well.
Okay,
that's all I need.
There you go.
So yeah, I have him. You told me about that, so I found 300 to 1 on Gordon.
Well, you still did a good job. Because that's when all the hype was going on, right, when you came back, so you still got a good number opposed to what's out there now.
So I realize now, going through all of my accounts today, I have 6 players to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Give me a grade on these. Tyler Shuck was the first guy I bet 20 to 1 the day that Derek Carr said he's not coming back.
Yeah.
Is that an F?
Yes.
D minus? Shedeur Sanders, I overreacted when he played Carolina, 50 to 1. There's still an angle for him to play, but
D minus.
Okay. Emeka Egbuka, I unloaded on this one at 50 to 1.
A.
I love that bet.
Yep. With Godwin hurt? Absolutely.
Scatterbo, 80, like you. Gordon, 300. And this one, it would be bittersweet if this player actually wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. It was back on July 30th. And I sign up, I get all these fantasy newsletters, and this kid was taking the teams practice by storm, like every single day. I bet him at 700 to 1 to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's down to like 30 to 1 at some spots. But it's one of my smallest bets I've ever made in my entire life. Jacory Korsky Merritt, 700 to 1 to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, circa head. And that has just completely, it's dissipated. See ya. Down to 30 to 1 here at DraftKings. I think 45 to 1 at circa still. But people could not stop raving about this kid. So I was like, okay, just let me shop around here to see if any book has him posted. And I think Circa may have been the only one that did. And they had 700 to 1. I'm like, okay, I'm going to bet that. But how much do I put on it? And again, it's fun because they'll take $200 on the app. You can get more at the counter. But I fired up 200 and I'm like, 140,000. That'd be a pretty good one to win. But I'm like, why would I put 200? Why would I put like a max bet on a 700 to 1 shot? That sounds dumb. So then I really cut it back. But anyway, I have one MVP bet. That's it. And I wasn't going to have any. Another really good fantasy guy, Scott Barrett. I saw a video that he was doing, I think with our very own John Hansen a couple weeks ago. He made the case for Travis Hunter. And he was gobbling him up, I think, at 300 to 1 in that range, or maybe even a little bit higher than that. And he made a great case for it. When I saw the video, I'm like, okay, let me take a peek. 200 to 1, I put a little piece of money on Travis Hunter, 200 to 1. Like if it breaks right and he's playing both sides here and he scores a bunch of touchdowns and the Jags win that division and they're like 10-7 or 11-6 somehow. He also explained that he only takes bombs on guys that he thinks will have a path. He had Purdy, I guess, a couple years ago.
Is that right?
To win a ton of money.
That's the one. That's the only one I bet. I took 40 to 1, 35 to 1.
Oh, you did?
That's right. But wow, good job.
I only have one Defensive Rookie of the Year bet. I think much better numbers were out there, but I got Carson Schlesinger with the Browns at 30 to 1. And my Offensive Player of the Year tickets that I have. One was in the betting guide, and it was still available at this number at least one book when the guide came out. Chase Brown, Bengals running back, 200 to 1 Offensive Player of the Year. His numbers were sensational last year when Zach Moss got hurt. No relation. And he is clearly the number one back in Cincinnati on a team that's going to have maybe the best offense in football yet again. And by the way, he's a third down back. He's an every down back. He will probably get a lot of opportunities near the goal line as well. So 200 to 1, worth a shot there. Bucky Irving was a bigger bet at 67 to 1 here. Absolutely in love with this kid. His explosive run percentage last year was equal to Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry. Now, the worst injury to begin the year, a little shaky here, but he's going to have so much usage. And plus Rashad White, who Bucky Irving is so much better than anyway. White's banged up. I do like Sean Tucker, who's going to be filling in for him. I might look at Sean Tucker like anytime touchdown week 1 here against Atlanta. But Bucky Irving, Chase Brown, and I took Ricky Pearsall, 400 to 1 Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Protector of the Year, Mailata with the Eagles.
How widely available is this?
I think only Circa and Westgate here in town.
Okay.
I don't know if the other national books are not. But now Dickerson for the Eagles, hurt. I know Lane Johnson had an issue in the offseason. Pro Football Focus absolutely loves this guy. And you figure that they're going to win a bunch of games again. And they have one of the best offenses in football. If Barkley has another great year, 12 to 1, I thought, why not? Some season-long props. Tyler Warren over 550.5 receiving yards, minus 115. I bet that as soon as Shane Steichen announced Daniel Jones, a starting quarterback. Jordan Mason, most rushing touchdowns, 300 to 1.
You hunted for that one.
Well, they're offering me a cash out already that's more than 3 times my original bet on it.
Yeah.
But there's no way.
Good info, great source, Aaron Jones.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Danny Jones, most INTs, 40 to 1.
All right, I took Ward 9. Yep.
Okay.
I see that, though. Yeah.
I got Rams Super Bowl 30, Bills over the Rams 60 in the exacta, Ravens over the Rams 90, and then some division parlays that I gave out, I think, last week. Buccaneers and the Ravens to win at higher than 2 to 1, and then I threw in the Bills to make it a 3-teamer, and they're paid like 3.5 to 1.
I'm at the point now where I'll be stunned if Tampa doesn't win the division, barring injury.
I think they would have to have a lot of injuries. Right. I totally agree with you.
And plus, after what happened to the left guard and In Atlanta, too.
Yeah, that's right.
I know.
Yep.
That's where I'm at with that. I'm so strong on Tampa. The betting splits cut through the noise, pulling real-time data straight from Circa and DraftKings. Track the percentage of bets and handle on every game across every major sport so you can make sharper, more informed bets. Start your edge today, just $9.99. VSiN.com/subscribe. Everyone loves them. Get up there and check them out every day. $9.99. Join the team. Tell your friends. Betting splits. VSiN.com/subscribe.
Paulie, doesn't seem like it, but we do have a month of baseball left in the regular season for the most part. We will get into today's card coming up next. A huge one between the Yankees and the Astros. And VSiN's strikeout projections are big on one starting pitcher today. Find out who it is next here on VSiN.
There's no better time to join VSiN Pro. Right now, get started for just $9.99 for your first 30 days or save 50% off with an annual subscription. As a Pro user, you'll get our newly updated NFL betting guide, as well as the college football betting guide, the ultimate playbook packed with expert picks, team previews, and best bets. Plus, you'll unlock exclusive features like real-time betting splits, daily best bets, and full access to the VSiN Watch app. Don't miss out. Head to VSiN.com/subscribe and join us on the Sports Betting Network. Get your edge this season with VSiN's College Football Betting Guide, exclusive to VSiN Pro subscribers. It's packed with 136 team previews, preseason top 25 rankings, and best bets from our experts. Pro subscribers also get the NFL Betting Guide, daily best bet emails, exclusive splits, and full access to our premium betting tools. Sign up now at VSiN.com/subscribe for just $9.99 for your first 30 days. Or save 50% with an annual Pro subscription and join us on the Sports Betting Network.
This is VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Big series tonight, Paulie, beginning in Houston with the Astros taking on the Yankees. Great pitching matchup as well on paper, I guess. Max Fried taking on Framber Valdez. Fried in his last month, 5 starts overall. 5.14 with the ERA. The FIP is about a run and a half better than that. But he's walking more guys than normal. He's been getting a little bit unlucky with the batting average of balls in play. That's at 358. But I think the story here is Valdez and how bad he's been.
Yep.
In the month of August, 5 starts, an ERA higher than 5.5, a FIP of 4.60, 5 strikeouts per 9, 3.5 walks per 9. The Yankees are $1.18, and they were mashing over the weekend with that offense.
I mean, the ERA of 7 last 4 starts prior to what he did against Colorado, which I guess, okay, nice job, but it's still Colorado. So definitely cause for concern with how bad Valdez has been, and it's also a huge stretch for the Yankees. This is wide open now. The door's open because Toronto keeps losing.
Sure.
So whether it's Boston or the Yankees, they can come in and steal this division. And the Yankees now go Houston, Toronto, Detroit, and Boston. That's their next 4 series. So a huge stretch for the Yankees. And also, I know I was talking to one guy who's just saying, I could make the argument that Boston's right there, the best team in baseball. You pointed out the 24 losses by 1 run and what's happened, 12 losses in extra innings. And blaming Cora. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So certainly you can definitely make a case to rip Cora, and Boston can't win a close game. So with Toronto's bullpen just continuing to be horrendous and spitting up leads, the bullpen's got an ERA of 6 and change since July 27th. Boston can win the division. Yankees can win the division. Huge stretch for the Yankees. And I do think the Astros are going to win the division by default, as Seattle is just a mess on the road.
Yep, totally agree with all of that. And, oh, by the way, Boston is a team that I absolutely do not want to face if I get to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
No way you can have them because that is a very scary and dangerous team they're going to be spearheaded here by Garrett Crochet getting the ball in game 1, and now how this trade has worked out for them with no more Devers, and the young guys are really starting to develop right now.
Right.
And the bats are coming alive at pretty much the right time here.
Yeah, Crochet can still get the Triple Crown. And only a couple strikeouts behind Skubal, and can tie Rodon with a win tonight as well. But I would think runs scored in this Yankee game as well, as they're fantastic against lefties.
I was looking at, what do you make of the Yerfie in that game tonight? With how bad it's been for both these starting pitchers here, specifically Valdez.
Yeah.
Right. And now he's going to be facing he's going to see Judge right away, obviously in inning number 1. And so if you can find some plus money on a Yerfie there, I think that might be worth a little bit of a coin in the game.
Well, I think if you want the Yankees too, it's got to be first 5. Because again, after what we've watched for the last week, but also how do you trust this Yankee bullpen? If it's close as well, I will point out Altuve has owned Fried, going back, hitting .435 against him too for some player props. But you're right, big game, good game, and a big series and a huge stretch coming up for both teams.
Yeah, and the aforementioned Garrett Crochet goes tonight for Boston in August, 31 innings pitched, 3.19 with the ERA, better FIP and xFIP than the ERA, so that's a great sign. And 11.3 Ks per 9. Huge favorite tonight. Hell, they're the home team, and on the run line, they're minus 125. That's here at Circa. And Slade Ciccone is going for Cleveland. Not pretty for him in August.
Yeah.
6.3 with the ERA. FIP around the same number, only 7 Ks per 9, and he is giving up a lot of long balls. More than almost 2.5 home runs per 9 innings pitched. Going to put Boston on money line parlays tonight?
Yeah, go run line. I'll probably go run line here, but Cleveland in a funk, and then Boston so good at home, 43-27. So this kid's been so good. How do you trade this guy if you're the White Sox? I don't understand it, but this guy is right there and can win Triple Crown and has all the numbers right there for what he's done. An incredible season, and what could have been if some of these close calls would have gone their way from a record standpoint.
Yep. So you have those 2 games, right, featuring American League East teams, and the division leader, Blue Jays, are taking on the Reds in Cincinnati. This was supposed to be Barrios versus Lodolo. Lodolo's been a scratch.
Too bad, too.
I know.
Wanted to play his outs under. Great write-up from Joe Osborne on Lodolo under outs. So in any event, you better get this one tonight if you're the Blue Jays.
I would agree.
You should be able to get the bats going. The Reds, in light of what happened yesterday with the miracle win, still playing bad ball. Really opened it up and helped out the Mets. So $1.25 against the Reds. They should be able to score today. And don't get the bullpen involved. Hopefully it's a comfortable win, and they need it now. Because you're looking at, how low are we? I'm seeing $1.60 to win the division. This is wild how things have changed here. Houston minus 215, Jays $1.60. And now Seattle, this was plus 580 when I bet it like 10 days ago. Seattle plus 250 to miss the playoffs.
Is that what they are now?
It's ridiculous. Texas plus 250.
That was a good showing last night against Shane Baz, who's been a total, come on, gas can. And they can't get to the guy at all last night. Castillo absolutely gets exploded. Horrible way to begin the month.
I know. Just how bad they've been on the road. Can't trust them. And now it's absolutely real that they can miss the playoffs. But I think if that's the case, though, it's going to be Kansas City and not Texas. Just because Texas, even though it's a wild story, I had Arizona last night. It doesn't stop. I mean, 5-3 on the ninth. And the bullpens in this sport. But Texas, just the schedule. You can't overcome that schedule and all the injuries. So I would say if someone steals that bid, it would be Kansas City. And it starts tonight against the Angels in a doable schedule for the Royals that they can sneak in there. And that was plus 450 about a week ago as well for them to get in.
So now because numbers are moving throughout the day. I'm on VSiN.com right now. I'm under tools. I'm looking at the strikeout projections courtesy of our friends over at Ballpark Pal. Here is the number one guy I was talking about before the break here is with Kansas City tonight is Michael Lorenzen. They made the projected strikeout line for him tonight 6.5.
Okay.
It's 4.5.
Ooh.
Some spots might have a 5.5. So they projected over 6.5 to be even money. You can find plus 290. That's a 95% value bet based on their projections to go over 6.5 at that plus money. Another guy who keeps creeping up is Luis Severino for the A's against St. Louis.
He's been good.
They are projecting him for 4.8 strikeouts in this game. And they projected the line to be 4.5 minus 124 over. You can find over 4.5 at plus 245. That's almost 91% of value per their numbers.
He's 4-0, last four with an ERA of 3. Severino. A's 23 and 18 cents the break, 5.5 runs per game. 50-1 yesterday, most runs scored.
Is that right?
And they clubbed Sonny, and I know we already got tweets on this. Ferris goes for the Angels, making his debut, and apparently a lot of strikeouts in the minors. He's 3.5 over plus money. So I'm not a prospect guy or minor league guy, but a couple people making the case for Ferris. That's his K-prop tonight for the Angels going against the Royals.
Do you want to bet the Mets? They won yesterday, scored a ton of runs.
Soto is on fire.
Yeah, he's been great. But here's the deal.
Yeah.
McClain, this hot shot prospect's going.
Yes.
3 starts so far after he got called up. Paul, more than 20 innings. So he's averaging almost 7 innings per start.
Yeah.
ERA.
He's like the kid from Atlanta. He's going to go. He's going to go 6 innings and give up 1 run every start. I know. Yeah.
And then when I bet his K-prop over, he has 0, and he goes almost 6 innings.
Yeah.
But McClain, 0.89 ERA, 2.4 with the FIP, almost 9.5 Ks per 9, not allowing many home runs. He's been getting lucky with the batting average of balls in play. League average about 300. It's 196. But he's been an absolute stud since the call-up. And they're a short favorite here on the road, and it's going to be, Gibson Long, I think, opening up tonight for the Tigers?
Right, yeah. I'm looking at San Francisco. Team total, and to do some damage against Freeland.
Okay.
Because, again, as I've said many times on this show, hitting is contagious. Remember when they were in that funk and couldn't win a game? Well, now look what they're doing now. They're 27 Yankees. And Devers is hitting .438 during the last 9. They've won 8 of 9. And they're roughing up every pitcher here, what they're doing. So, again, a long shot, but 5 back of the Mets now? And with the 3rd easiest schedule, this isn't impossible that they could pull this off when I gave up on them like everyone else did as well. And they're starting to hit, and they've won 8 of 9, and I think they'll get whatever they want off Freeland. And Devers and these guys continue to mash, and the total is 10.5 tonight. And you can get $1.40 on the run line on the Giants. But I think they'll go over that team total as well with how everyone is has got it going. Need a proxy? Join the world's biggest football contest with one trip to Vegas anytime before the season starts. Trusted by thousands of players over the last 9 years, Winner Circle Proxy has helped clients win over $9 million the last 2 years. Learn more about using a trusted proxy service. winnercircleproxy.com/VSiN. We are at 43 Grandissimo and over 14,000 in Survivor with a couple days left.
I want to give you a Survivor observation coming up next. Also, you're going to recap the betting action from yesterday and win some, lose some, the blowing leads, the bad beats, the line moves. Paulie has it all coming up next here on VSiN.
As sports fans, we may cheer for different teams, but there's one thing that we can all agree on. We want the game to be big. And with 3 levels, 30 cabanas, a 143-foot screen, 6 clean pools, and endless cold drinks, it doesn't get any bigger or any better than Stadium Swim in Las Vegas. All sports, all seasons. It's more than a pool deck. Stadium Swim is the only thing like it in the world.
Check out Stormy and JVT on Money Moves, only on VSiN.
And maybe that's why they wouldn't, because they're the Giants and they don't do things that make sense.
Out of all these divisions, this is the one that I am the most curious about because I do think there are positive signs for the Bears.
They'll take you on a fun, fast-paced journey, weaving in everything you need to know to make an educated bet, while also not shying away from the excitement of a same-game parlay sweat. Money Moves, weekdays at 2 p.m. Eastern on VSiN, the sports betting network.
Win Some, Lose Some is sponsored by the Sharp Plays.
Were you a winner last night?
Wow, winning.
Or was it a rough one?
Well, they can't all be winners, can they?
Loser! You're a loser! Paulie Howard recaps the night in sports betting in Win Some, Lose Some.
No lead is safe. Trust no one. And crazy stuff happens every night in baseball. Most runs, A's 50-1. Most runs any game, Mets, Tigers, and Phillies, Brewers, dead heat, 12 and 10-1. Both games were 10-8. Phillies come back down 5-1 in that game. Orioles plus 150. What is this now? Just when you're ready to buy in.
Wow, and the Padres?
Yes, they can win the division. They lose 2 out of 3 in Minnesota, and they come back home against Baltimore, who had lost 9 of 11, pounded and punished in San Francisco, and they couldn't hit up, and they lose 4-3.
It sounds like you almost trust the Padres.
I was there. I thought they were the better team, and the Dodgers might back into this too. I think Houston's going to back into a division title, and the Dodgers might do the same.
Can I just say, like, 2 teams that should absolutely be better than what they are? San Diego is one of them. The other one clearly is Seattle.
That's right.
I don't understand either one of these teams.
Yep. White Sox plus 160. They get it done. WNBA, Lynx from 14 up to 18. The move was correct. And the Los Angeles Sparks plus 260. This is not supposed to happen. On a back-to-back, they were down 14 at halftime and came back to beat the Storm. Did you see what happened last night?
In the WNBA?
In this...
What are you asking me here?
In the Sparks game. Just because I'm on this, and I can't believe the hype she gets. Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Jackson does it again, right? Hamby goes for 27 and 11. Miss Jackson, if you're nasty, flies over her prop again. And she was 7 of 14. 14 again. Only 14 shots, 23 points. Hello, Miss Plum. 5 of 18. Ball hog continues to shoot. Hamby has 27. Jackson has 23. Read the room. Oh, I'm 5 of 18. I'm going to keep chucking. Can't believe they came back and won, though.
Is she the streakiest shooter in the entire league?
Yeah. But also, come on now. Come on. Get your teammates involved. It's been like this for 2 weeks. Jackson's been on fire.
Put it this way. She thinks, and I like Kelsey Plum, but she thinks she's way better than what she is.
Well said. Subscribe, be part of the team, VSiN.com. Our radio and podcast friends, you always want to see these tweets and videos at Paulie Does Vegas on Instagram. Send them in. We'll put you on. Our friend Chris, bartender at the Copper Keg at Disneyland for gamblers. This gal was dealt aces in a kicker on $5 denomination triple play, and that is triple-double, and that is $60,000.
Oh, my Lord.
Yep. That's at a neighborhood bar. That's not like at a high limit at a casino. That's at a neighborhood bar.
Yeah, don't they even have higher denoms than that?
Yes.
I think they have 10. Don't they have 25, I think?
Yep.
That's got to be one of the big, if you want to unload at a bar, how many bars are going to be able to match that?
No kidding. Well said.
And, oh, by the way, really good food.
Yep. This was all over social media in the last couple days. Christian Bale will play Al Davis, and Nicolas Cage is John Madden. And there it is, as he's in the costume, makeup, and everything. Dead ringer.
Wow.
And Madden with what he looks like.
I actually think Christian Bale looks more like Al Davis and...
Fair enough.
By the way, I saw a headline today. I forgot to click on it, but this just somehow reminded me of it. You know this new movie with The Rock coming out? The Machine?
Yes.
The Killing Machine or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
I guess he broke down and cried. He got a 15-minute standing ovation when they showed the movie.
Really?
Yeah. I forgot to click on the story.
Good, yeah.
I saw a headline.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, I was okay.
Excellent. One lose some, the under last night. Tough. That just... North Carolina wasn't scoring after the first drive, and then it gets there with a couple defensive touchdowns, and TCU wouldn't stop scoring from 59 down to 53. No good there. Now this, imagine it's, I don't know where you go. You just lock the door. But this is, I don't know why you get close to the guy. The bear comes in the cabin, and he is that close to the guy filming it as he just walk around, and then the kid is alerting everyone else in the house about what's going on. We got a bear in the cabin. He got in, and he's walking around. I'd go right in my pants. And here he's just, don't get too close to it. He takes a left turn. He could be lunch. And then he stands up on the table, and he's on the counter, and he's trying to get snacks. And then the kid's peeking in with the cell phone. It's just run away, right? The bear gets in there, and he's hanging right out in the kitchen and in the cabin.
Why do I have the great outdoors entering my brain right now?
Yeah, I don't know how he got in. I don't know how he's getting out, but that is just run for cover. Run for cover there. Bad for the books. TCU +3 in the summer to -3.5. Everyone nailed that, and that was a rocking chair, and also great for in-play as well. Bad beats. Braves +$1.10. Led the Cubs 6-1 in the 6th. Lost. Brewers $1.50. Led 5-1 in the 5th. Lost. Diamondbacks and under. They got me good here. $1.60 and under 9. 5-3 Arizona in the top of the 9th. They blow it. Texas wins 7-5 in extra innings. Before the line moves, sharp plays already there. They don't just follow the market, they help move it. You're not going to outsmart or outmuscle billion-dollar books or full-time sharps on your own. With the sharp plays, you don't have to. Powered by advanced AI, plugged into trusted insider sources. Sharp Plays delivers the edge serious bettors use every day. Free reports, real-time alerts, market-moving insights sent straight to your inbox or X feed. Jeff and the crew have been doing it since 2011. The Follow the Money and Mr. Poison T-shirts since day one. Documented results, public logs, transparent receipts, sharpplays.com, trusted by pros, watched by the books. Quickly, Alcaraz, easy win. Straight sets. He moves on to the semis. And Pegula, easy win. Moves in the first woman since Serena to go back-to-back semis at the U.S. Open without dropping a set.
She was 12-1 yesterday. She's down to 8-1 or below today.
If Sabalenka wins tonight, she gets Sabalenka, who beat her in the final last year.
Yeah, did not go well for Pegula in that match.
Yeah, so we're close. We're right there to a possible Iga, Sabalenka, Osaka, and Pegula semis.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have you had the conversation yet, or have you given any thought to the idea of this year in Circus Survivor? If you get to a certain point, you're still alive, and each ticket is worth X amount of just bailing and making a nice profit?
No, because it depends what happens. How many entries? What does the season look like? What happens early on? Last year, you couldn't trust anybody. It was chaos, bedlam, out by week 3. What happens with, how many people get in here? Probably gets to 19,000. But the other stuff, too, is like the new kid on the block as well. Like, how long does Grandissimo go? How long does the Westgate go? The Westgate doesn't have the same rules as well.
Correct.
So you probably get 80, 90 in that one, the $5,000 buy-in, but you don't have the Christmas, Thanksgiving stuff. So how long does this go? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to watch, follow, and monitor.
So here is one way to look at it, I believe, and I think that my partners and I, it depends on, everybody's going to be a little bit different, but I think we're going to kind of have that goal in mind. Like if we get to, let's say we made it, this year we make it as far as we did last year. On my one entry, we got down, the ticket was worth $100,000, maybe a little bit more. And we were down to the final 150 people, whatever it was. You have to enter the Survivor contest this year telling yourself this. You must go 20-0, because it's not going to end before. Not with this many people. Not going to happen.
Yeah.
You have to go 20-0 on a money line parlay, essentially, just to get a chop.
Yep.
And then how big is that chop going to be? And I was talking to Luke and you about this during one of the breaks. What if we don't have the September Madness this year, which very easily might not go that way, right? And let's say come Halloween, there's 12,000 people left, whatever that number might be.
Yeah.
And you don't have a lot of chaos, nor do we have Armageddon like a season ago. So then,
2 years ago, we didn't get chaos till late November.
That's right. Like if this thing touches, it will get to 19. It might touch 20 yet.
They're supposed to get to 15 tomorrow.
Okay.
But they're on pace, yeah.
Look, I'll throw out some numbers here. So you have to go 20-0 to get a chop with 25 people? 50? 100? Like, how many people are going to go 20-0 this year?
Well, I mean, it's hard to say. Do you have those god-awful teams you can bet against? Do the Saints go 2-15?
Well,
I mean, that's some of this stuff, it's hard to answer. But that's... I also will say it has a funny way of working itself out, though.
No, it does. But I think once you get... I think there has to be a threshold here. And when it gets to that high... with the same rules now that they've had ever since, they started this contest back in, 2019? it's going to play out. The more seasons that this plays out, the more you're going to have a ton of injuries at the end of the season. And again, it might play out like last year, where 75% of the entries could be gone by October 1st. I don't know. But what if it's the exact opposite? So that's kind of where I'm at mentally.
Well, yeah. I'll say 40% will be on Denver week 1. And if Cam Ward shocks the world, hello.
NFL Power Ratings, week 1 numbers. Coming up next, we have movement, baby. It's Follow the Money on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.